Hey students, what's up? Let's do the Sneezy fish. Find the quadratic function that hits the given x-intercepts. All right, friends, so here is a quadratic function that's already graphed. You find out that it has x-intercepts of -12 and +11. What does that mean? Well, that means you can reverse engineer the binomials, and then the binomials will build the original quadratic function that graphed it. How do you do that? Well, if you remember, if you've seen in class, there's kind of a little opposite trick. If you hit -12, that means you had the binomial x plus 12. And if you hit +11, that means you have the binomial x minus 11. How does that work? Easy. If you have an x-intercept of -12, you can set this equal to 0 to make a binomial. So notice I add 12 to both sides. And now I have x plus 12 equals 0. X plus 12 equals 0 as a binomial with the other binomial would hit -12. There's kind of an opposite trick. If you hit -12 and you have plus 12 as a binomial. You may have seen that a couple times in class. Same thing with 11. If I have x equals 11 as the intercept, to set it equal to 0, you would add 11 to both sides. So now I have x minus 11 equals 0. Together, if I graph these binomials, they would hit -12 and +11. So A's binomial would be x plus 12, the opposite, and B's binomial would be x minus 11, the opposite. So again, there's kind of the opposite trick. If you want to hit the certain x coordinate, you just have it as opposite in your binomial. And then the final thing, so how can you actually build the quadratic function? Easy. Once you have the binomials, you multiply them, as you can see here. So I made a good old-fashioned polybox, x and 12, x and minus 11, x squared minus 11x, 12x, -132. Combine the like terms to get a single x. So here I have x squared plus 1x minus 132. So pretty easy to fill in the blanks here. It's 1x squared plus 1x plus a -132, which is the same as minus 132. Still not really understand what's going on. Don't worry, I've got a Desmos graph ready to go. Take a look. Okay, so here is the original, okay, x plus 12, x minus 11 graph. So as you can see here, there's the -12, and there's the +11. Okay, so again, see the opposite. So look at that, plus 12, you hit -12. Minus 11, you hit +11. So when you take these binomials and you multiply them, here is the quadratic function it makes. So if you notice here, if I highlight this one, it's the exact same graph. Oops, I need to make the red one go away. There it is. Look at that. Exact same graph, friends. Look at that. The exact same intercepts. So this is why we take some quadratic equations and then we factor them, because if we factor them, we can find their solutions very, very quickly. So basically this problem, we just did complete opposite. We started with the coordinate points, we made the binomials, and then the binomials made the quadratic function. In most of these lessons, you go the other way around. You start with the quadratic, you make the binomials, and then you get the solutions. Anyway, I'm rambling on. That's it for the Sneezy fish. We will see you in class.